don't expect it to be nearly as good as this. I don't have very high expectations for it, but who knows? I just hope that they didn't get into the whole generic shooter Space Marine thing, because this one, I did like this the sandbox nature. I just really hope they don't dumb it down so much for. I'll be honest, a controller, because that's what a lot of the console ports seem to do. And the fact that this was a PC only game meant they were able to keep a lot of the depth in, like the switching of modes and things like that. Which I'd use speed to run up right up to them, strength to pick them up, things like that. Cloak quickly, run away, things like that. And that kind of complexity with a controller is probably a little bit more difficult, so they probably would do something a little bit more gimped, I would think. Or maybe they'll execute it really well, I don't know. But so far I don't have my hopes up, so I won't be disappointed if it does turn out to be a colossal failure. I just hope they do fix some of these bugs. And I really hope that they didn't scale it down so far, because it's going to be kind of like Crysis 1, but drastically worse, so we can have everyone play it, I'm not elitist, per se, but, after seeing the capabilities of this engine, I wouldn't really settle for anything less, now would I? Especially since I actually bothered to go out and buy a PC. A new one. Well, it wasn't just to play this, obviously, but it was one of the things I was really waiting for. I could have played it on medium earlier, but it's kind of one of those things where I was like, I'm going to play this on the highest as soon as I can possibly do it. So I'm glad that it really worked out, and I'm glad that a lot of people enjoyed it. I had a lot of fun with it too, up until the end, for obvious reasons. And as I said, don't let this stop you from picking it up, because you know what? You can just stop at the part just before the aliens, and that's it. You quit. This is the kind of game I do start it up from time to time. It really is a good game. You just have to ignore all the stupid parts with the aliens. You really do. And that's basically what people say. So, if you hear flack about it, just say no. I would say it's a good game, but it's pretty good. I really hope that Crytek, I hope at some point they understood why the game didn't do so well, and I wish them the best of luck. And if they're watching this, I really do want to love you guys. So you guys are pretty awesome. But goddamn guys, you gotta fix those problems. It's just, it's the little things which get on people's nerves. It really does. There's nothing else to it than that. This game, I don't think. Yeah, this one had a deathmatch multiplayer. I didn't play through it that much. Maybe I will at some point. I don't know about Let's Playing that. There's apparently a lot of people involved in this, more so than I thought. And really, guys, piracy is not a rampant problem. It really is not. It's only if you make it out to be. Not every game pirated constitutes as a lost sale. I'd say very few of them do. No more than consoles do, actually. I would go as far to say. It's the rates are probably higher, but it doesn't mean those people didn't buy it, because it really is. It's what a lot of people do to test it. So you can't have those kinds of expectations that people who are going to day one buy. Again, that could potentially not run on their hardware, and the demo. I said they had a demo, but that was not marketed at all. I didn't even know they had one until I didn't really go out. Mind you, I didn't really go out looking for it, but it wasn't that marketed that well. Especially since it kind of is the norm in for some people just to try a game, you pirate it, and it's not the best thing in the world, but it works. I guess, because they aren't losing billions of dollars worth of sales. It's not the case. It's just, I don't know. I guess it's just the nature of the PC being an open platform that you have to kind of take into consideration. And that's why a lot of PC games out these days, they always have a good multiplayer for it, because it's that's the one thing you can't. That's the one way you force people to buy it. Those few people is basically when you have a good multiplayer out for it. Then they'll have to buy it if they want to play online with CD keys. It's not like a console where you need the original CD for it to play it, unless you mod the console, of course. You know, I'm admiring how many people were a part of this. You know, the thing that probably would have helped is having a pre-release demo is one thing I said. You know, you make it a very anticipated title and go, here guys, we're gonna give you a sneak peek of it, and you kind of show them the demo, and that way they can kind of run it on their computer and stuff. It's kind of like before the full game comes out, they can test it, which I think that would have done phenomenally better than what they were trying to do before, which was you know, I think that kind of made the demo after. I'm not sure. I don't know anything about the demo. I really don't, or what it has. But there you go. I finished it. I don't know how I did in comparison with other LPers, but then again, I was messing around a whole lot, and but we had a lot of good moments. Somehow I was even laughing at myself. I kind of it's really the kind of game where anything kind of goes, and I enjoyed that a whole lot. It was really good. What would be my favorite part? I definitely liked when I was in the forest punching them. I was making all those Canadian jokes. That was pretty funny. It was entertaining to say the least. I don't know. In the comments, you can tell me what your favorite part is, and I think for now on, I'm gonna try and pick up more kind of thinking games. Because the thing about games like Team Fortress, Mass Effect, BioShock, things like that, those are not thinking games. They have very defined strategies that that are intentionally there for you to use. You know, that they kind of like. I feel almost as if like they have this like it's kind of like they're just pointing you in that direction, and you're supposed to go in that direction because that's the way they designed it. But you know, I like this sort of thing where it's like, you know, they made it open. Same with StarCraft. StarCraft's a good thinking game. StarCraft 2 as well. And it's like, you know, they leave all these strategies open and they balance it accordingly. And the idea is that you kind of like find your own way to get from point A to point B, which is always so much fun. Because then there's so much you can do with it. I don't feel like I'm being herded down some fenced, gated area like a piece of livestock or something. Like, I don't know, it's the worst reference ever, but that's my take on it. And that's why it was so much fun to do, was because it had the. I like how there's no functional division. I've noticed that a lot of them are empty. But anyways, and I think a lot of games miss that, because you know, when people leave it too open, when companies leave it too open, it's kind of like, you know, you get a lot of players complaining that, you know, they don't understand a concept, they don't you know, they don't know what to do, because they can't. Like, I'll be honest, a lot of gamers can't think for themselves. You know, it's sad, but it's true. It's just why. Are the credits looping? I don't think so. I'll just keep going. And you know, when you get people who can't think for themselves, they make a lot of games where it's kind of like, okay, well, very little thinking is involved. Here's your gun. Here's the enemy bad guy. Go get him. You know. And that's where I think a lot of games suffer these days. I'm glad Crysis didn't conform to that kind of a generic FPS kind of standard. Especially since FPS is way overdone these days. Yeah. Now we're getting to voice talent, seriously? Oh yeah, I like that Major Strickland. He was the best. He was so awesome. I'll walk on water if I have to. Now get off my fucking island. Or how about oh, Nomad, fuck! I was trying to make him go near the fire. Little glitches like that. Those are just like the good moments, you know. But yeah, like we went from big, vast, open areas to on a bloody carrier, fighting some guy who's firing some shit at me that had like 90% of the time I didn't even see it coming. I'd have to be looking everywhere and panicking like crazy. So it's kind of like just dumb. Apparently I defeated their mothership or something, so it's all good. No idea where the story is going to go in Crysis 2, but we'll see. I never cared much. I'm not much of a story guy for games. I'm actually not much of a graphics guy either. I have a feeling this is looping. Yeah, I'm gonna say this is looping. Okay, well, you guys have a good one, and I hope you enjoyed. Leave your feedback, comments in the comments below, and tell me what your favorite part is. You know, things like that, and that's it. See you guys later.